Hello, Steamers fans, and welcome into another broadcast of Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Steamers YouTube channel. Thank you so much for sticking around with us tonight for a bit of a later start time. It's 8:36 here at Lakewood Park as the Steamers are set to take on the Greenbrier Knights for the second straight evening. The Steamers got the best of the Knights one night ago at home. At that time, the first place Knights, the Greenbrier moves to 6-2 overall, 3-2 in PCL play. The Steamers at 10-4 on a 4-game winning streak, 6-4 in PCL play, coming off a 13-4 win one night ago. Steamers making their third trip over to Lakewood Park here in Norfolk, Virginia. They've taken down the Norfolk Redbirds and the Suffolk Voyagers here at Lakewood Park. We're just a few moments from getting underway. It's a triple header here at Lakewood Park tonight. And per usual, Chase Bruno will lead things off for the Steamers here to begin the night against Wesley Overton on the mound for the Knights. So it's Overton's first start of the season. He'll face off against Chase Bruno. He's got a hit in every game. He'll take for a ball, and we're underway here at Lakewood Park. Overton from the windup, the pitch. Bruno takes for a ball, 2-0. Chase Bruno hitting .407, a team high this season. He'll send that one the other way down the first base line and a fair ball. Bruno's rounding first and he slips going over the bag. As Herman was down into the corner to get the ball, Bruno slipped rounding first. So he'll hold there. What would have been a double. Chase Bruno extends his hitting streak, and he's aboard to lead off the game. Bruno's back up over at first as Tanner Thatch comes to the plate. Wesley Overton now to the stretch. That one's inside on Thatch for a ball, 1-0. Thatch pitching and in the designated hitter spot for the Steamers tonight. Thatch takes on the inside corner for a called strike. Things even up to Tanner, 1-1. Tanner Thatch went without a hit last night. He reached on a walk, but unusual circumstance for one of the hottest hitters on the team. Thatch hitting .394 this season. He swings at a high pitch. Sends it up and foul out of play, straight back. Count moves to 1-2. 1-2 to Thatch with Bruno down at first, who led off the game with a single. Here's Overton's. Bruno's off and running. It's up high to Thatch. Throwdown's in the dirt, and Bruno's got the base stolen. Chase Bruno steals second. It's his fourth stolen base of the year, tying him with Nate Paulson for the team lead. That one's up high to Thatch. He'll foul it straight back, 2-2. Tanner Thatch, the first time these teams played, just got one at bat. He went 1 for 1. Looking for his second hit of the season against the Knights in the team's third matchup. Pitch. Thatch chops it foul, first base side, not a play. Mishandled by first base coach Ashton Roy, to the dismay of the Steamers dugout. Overton takes a long stare in on Thatch, who's worked the count 2-2. Pitch. Thatch leaves it in the dirt for a ball. 3-2 now to Tanner Thatch. Overton's only pitched in one game this season. He's recorded just one out. He allowed 3 runs back in the first game of the season against the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Thatch sends that one high out towards right field. Moving over is Herman. He'll make the catch. Bruno's tagging, heading for third. The throw from Herman. He is safe. Chase Bruno able to move from second and third on the fly ball to right. Herman put on a good throw from right field. Bruno narrowly beats it out. As Tanner Thatch gives some words of advice to Jeremiah Boyd, who's up to the plate now. Jeremiah Boyd back catching behind the plate tonight after designated hitting last night. He'll take that one for a called strike. 0-1 to Boyd. Jeremiah Boyd, Tanner Thatch, and Chase Bruno. This has been the top 3 in the lineup for the last few games. 3 guys on the team hitting over 300. Boyd swings through a high pitch. 0-2 the count. Boyd had a pair of hits last night, went 2 for 5, knocked in a run. He's only played in one of the 2 matchups against the Knights this season, last night being that one. The Steamers won 13-4. They're now 1-1 against Greenbrier this season. The 0-2 to Boyd. Just misses to Jeremiah. 1-2 now the count. Boyd's got Chase Bruno over at third, who led the inning off with a single. Boyd leaves it in the dirt. 2-2. Just like Tanner Thatch, Jeremiah Boyd trying to work back after getting down early in the count. Overton's ready. 2-2 pitch. Boyd whacks it into right center field. It's down for a base hit as Chase Bruno will trot off, or out to the early 1-0 lead. Back-to-back games with an RBI for Boyd. The 4th consecutive game the Steamers have scored in the first. That'll bring Jared Beebe up to the plate in the cleanup spot. Beebe leaves it up high for a ball, 1-0. Beebe, just like Boyd last night, had a pair of hits. He knocked in a couple of runs, had a double. He'll swing chop that one over Overton's head towards the middle, and it is through into center field. They're going to hold Boyd at third as the ball was bobbled. The Steamers now have runners at the corners. It's the 3rd hit of the inning for Edenton, as Tate Abbott will come up to the plate with 2 on. A rough start for Overton. Tate Abbott up to the plate now for the Steamers with runners at first and third, just 1 out. Getting the start over at first tonight, had the night off last night. Abbott back to first when the first time these teams played didn't have a hit. He'll leave that one in the dirt. Nice stop by McLeod. Count moves to 1-0 to Tate Abbott. It's Abbott's 12th game of the season, hitting .212 coming into tonight. He's knocked in 3 runs, got an opportunity to increase on that total here. Abbott swings, he jammed him. It's over to second, and it's caught out of the air by Proctor. Sort of got in on Abbott. And it floats out to Proctor at second, who makes the catch, and that's the second out here in the inning. Got to bring Nate Paulson up to the plate out in center field for the second straight night. Paulson takes a called strike, 0-1. Jeremiah Boyd over at third, who doubled to bring in Chase Bruno, and Jared Beebe at first, who singled. Steamers have 3 hits in the inning. Paulson swings at a high pitch, 0-2. Paulson reached all 3 times. He came up to the plate one night ago. He went 1 for 1 and walked twice. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2 to Paulson. Nate Paulson hitting .275 through 14 games this season. 1-2's up over the head of Paulson, 2-2 the count. Paulson, Chase Bruno, and Houston Wright, the only Steamers to appear in all 14 games prior to tonight. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Paulson's going to jog to first. McLeod will complete the strikeout at first. That'll wrap up the top of the first. The Steamers strand 2, but they get on the board in the first inning for the 4th consecutive night. We'll head to the bottom of the first. It's Edenton 1, Greenbrier 0. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park. Here's the Steamers got out ahead to a 1-0 lead thanks to a double from Jeremiah Boyd. The Greenbrier Knights will take over here in the bottom half of the first against Tanner Thatch, making his first start of the season. It's his first appearance on the mound for the Steamers. His first pitch to Luke Waters is across for a called strike, 0-1. Thatch has only pitched in a pair of relief appearances. The last being back on Saturday when he went the 9th inning against the Clayton Clovers. Struck out all 3 batters he faced as the count evens up 1-1. In total, Thatch has gone 5 innings this season, allowed no runs, no walks, just 1 hit. Count moves to 2-1. He's faced 16 total batters and he's struck out 10 of them. That pitch floats in there for a called strike to Waters, 2-2. Waters went 1 for 2 in a pair of at-bats last night. Into their dugout by Boyd. Count fills up at 3-2. Waters has played in all 8 games for the Knights this season, hitting over 300. He'll take that one for a called strike 3. It's a good start for Thatch. Strikes out the first batter he faces. And it's out number 1 here in the first. Max Lucas up to the plate. He's at third base tonight. The lefty steps in against Thatch. His first pitch misses high, 1-0. Lucas was a two-way player last night at Edenton as he sends that one, broke his bat over to short. Chase Bruno moves back and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Two quick outs for Thatch, and that'll bring Blake Herman up to the plate. Herman out in right field for Greenbrier tonight. That one's in the dirt to him. 1-0 the count. Herman only had a couple of plate appearances last night. Went 0 for 1, was also hit by a pitch. He'll foul that one straight back into Jeremiah Boyd. 1-1 the count. Boyd walks back and says every game as he's been hit by usually a couple of foul balls in each of his appearances behind the plate. As he swaps with Case Kermode usually every other game for the Steamers. Big reason why him and Kermode usually alternate between games. It's easy to take a beating back there as a catcher as that one misses. 2-1 the count. Boyd's been one of the Steamers' best hitters this season, so even when he hasn't been catching the last few games, he's been designated hitting. As Herman swings through that one to even things up 2-2. Herman hitting .340 coming into tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled, and he got Jeremiah Boyd again. And he'll take a long walk as the home plate umpire will go have a chat with Thatch. Says he hates catching as he walks back to the plate. Sarcastic tone of Boyd. Twice here in this first inning, he's been hit. The count is 2-2 to Blake Herman. Thatch from the windup, the pitch. This is outside. Count fills up now to Herman, 3-2. Thatch is ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning. The second strikeout of inning number 1 for Tanner Thatch. Will head to the second. The Steamers out ahead 1-0. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park here in the bottom half of the second. The Steamers out ahead 2-0 as Tanner Thatch's first pitch to Warren Bailey is swung on and missed 0-1. Thatch's second pitch is swung on and missed by Bailey. 0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch called, strike three. It's the third strikeout of the night for Tanner Thatch. He struck out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced, and there's one down here in the second. One down here in the second. Thatch against Corbin McLeod, who will ground one left side, handled on a hop by Beebe. He'll throw to first in time for out number 2. Tanner Thatch has worked quickly tonight. He's got a pitch count of about 40 to 50 limit tonight. The Steamers don't want him to get too high over. Thatch wasn't expected to pitch in this summer, but he said he was good to go. UNC Wilmington gave him the green light. He's out here making his first start tonight in his third appearance. His first pitch is in for a called strike to the right-hander Dylan Brown up to the plate. Bowen over at first tonight for the Knights. Thatch is 0-1 from the windup. Taken for a called strike at the knees. 0-2 now to Bowen. Bowen pitched last night for Greenbrier, went 4 innings, allowed 4 runs. And he takes a pitch outside in the dirt, 1-2. Thatch is back, ready from the windup. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped over to short. Bruno sprinting in. He'll handle, he'll throw in time. A nice defensive play from Chase Bruno. It's been 6 nights up, 6 nights sent back down. We'll head to the third here at Lakewood Park. The Steamers out ahead 2-0. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park here between the Steamers and the Knights. The Steamers out ahead 2-0. Here's where set to begin the third. The man leading off is the man that got the Steamers on the board, Jeremiah Boyd. Up to the plate to lead off the third. Had an RBI double back in the first for the Steamers' first run of the night. He's leading off against the right-hander Wesley Overton on the mound for his third inning of work for the Knights. That one's up and in on Boyd. Moves the hands out of the way. It's a ball, 1-0. Boyd, one of 5 Steamers hits through the first couple of innings. Had their third most hits of the season last night with 12. Pitch number 2 is up high, head level of Boyd, 2-0. Last night the Steamers dominated with walks, walking 9 times, getting hit by 3 pitches, but the hits tonight have fueled the Steamers. 2-0 to Boyd is down low below the knees, 3-0 the count. It's a Steamers offense that's put up double-digit runs in 3 of the last 4 games, a current 4-game winning streak for Edenton, a season high. 3-0 pitch. Taken for a called strike right across, 3-1. Boyd was taking all the way on that one. Had a pair of hits a night ago as the designated hitter, back as the catcher tonight. 3-1 pitch is taken, belt high for a called strike, 3-2. Boyd thought it was a bit close on the outer half. Counts full at 3-2. Overton's ready from the windup. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit out to right center and caught by Proctor. Didn't have enough on it to get all the way out there. Proctor over at second for out number 1 here in the 3rd. It's the first out here in the 3rd. Jared Beebe will come up to the plate. Beebe singled in his only at-bat today. He'll line that one past Proctor at second into right center field for a base hit. It'll be cut off in center by Scipio. Beebe turns the corner as it went through his glove into right center. Beebe's turning for second, going for third. He is safe at third. Beebe drilled that one into right center. Scipio tried to cut it off. The center fielder, it got past him and rolled all the way to the wall. Jared Beebe gets to third. The throw to third was in before Beebe, but it was a bit offline, and before Lucas could apply the tag, Beebe slid in safely. All of a sudden, the Steamers with a runner over at third as Tate Abbott comes up to the plate. Abbott takes it in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Tate Abbott lined out to end the first inning, his first time up. He's got an opportunity here with Beebe over at third, just 1 out in the inning. Abbott swings through that one to even up the count, 1-1. Steamers looking to score for the 3rd consecutive inning, just as they did last night, scoring in the first 3 innings. Abbott, the lefty in the box against the right-hander Overton. From the stretch, the 1-1. Overton falls on the pitch. It was a pitch that went in the dirt. 2-1 to Abbott as McLeod will go out to check on Overton, who fell to a knee after the pitch. Second baseman Proctor goes over to have a chat with him as well. McLeod, the catcher, Proctor, the second baseman, and Overton, the pitcher, all having a chat. The trio disperse now and head back to their positions as Tate Abbott goes and has a quick word with first base coach Ashton Roy. Abbott will step back into the box with a 2-1 count here with just 1 out in the 3rd as Overton tries to fill in a spot on the mound. Overton's ready to go. Here's the 2-1. Taken outside to Abbott, 3-1. Abbott hitting .212 this season, looking for his first hit tonight. The pitch, he'll swing and foul it straight back over the fence and out of play. Count fills up 3-2. Three and two, the count to Abbott. The pitch. Up high, ball 4. Tate Abbott works a one-out walk. The Steamers have runners at the corners for the third consecutive inning. That'll bring Nate Paulson up to the plate. Chuck Slaughter will head out to talk with his pitchers. The Steamers threatening for the third consecutive inning. Steamers scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings last night to really break things open against Greenbrier. The Knights were in first place when last night began. After the loss, the Tarboro River Bandits took over that first place spot at 3-1. Tarboro won again today. They moved to 4-1 in PCL play. Steamers, the only team to have played double-digit games in Premier Collegiate League play. The Knights at 5. The Norfolk Redbirds at 7. Virginia Beach Sea Dogs at 6. So the Steamers certainly had more experience. They've also played a good chunk of exhibition games against, a couple against the Clayton Clovers and one each against the Boone Bigfoots and Wake Forest Fungos. So the Steamers out at 10-4 overall. Certainly the most games any of these teams have played overall, and one of the best records in the league. As the meeting at the mound ends, and Nate Paulson steps into the box against Wesley Overton with runners at the corners and 1 out. Pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Paulson struck out swinging his only at bat. The 0-1 pitch. Paulson swings and sends that one high out towards left field. Moving back is Waters towards the wall. And it is gone! A 3-run shot for Nate Paulson. His first home run of the season. And he blows things open here in the third. The Steamers out ahead 5-0. The third consecutive night with a home run for the Steamers. It's the third consecutive inning they've scored this evening, and it is 5-0. A bomb on a high fastball from Nate Paulson. Hunter Cole fouled that one away. 0-1 the count to him. Steamers now with 7 hits through the third inning here at Lakewood Park as Cole's up to the plate. The 0-1 pitch is grounded over to first. Takes a hop up on Bowen. He's able to handle, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Steamers have now hit 4 home runs here at Lakewood Park, tonight being their 3rd trip. Hunter Cole, Tanner Thatch have hit him out to right, and now the right-handers Davis Halstead and Nate Paulson gone yard out to left. Up to the plate now is Jackson Hipp, and he'll take high for a ball, 1-0. Overton from the windup. Here comes the 1-0 to Hipp. He'll swing through that one. Count evens up 1-1. Hipp has one of the 7 hits tonight for Edenton. Singled back in his first at bat. Getting the start in right field tonight. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Up high to Hipp. 2-1. Jackson Hipp went without a hit last night. He had 2 the last time these teams matched up. Before that, he'll ground that one over to third. Takes a top hop on Lucas, who bobbles. He picks it up, throws it to first. Was offline, and Hipp able to beat it out. It drew Bowen off the bag at first. He dropped the ball trying to catch and quickly apply the tag, and the Steamers have a 2-out base runner here in the third. Hip reaches on an error as Bryce Stevens is up to the plate with a runner over at first and 2 down. Now it's taken for a called strike by Stevens, 0-1 the count. Overton from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, McLeod throws back to first, and he threw it into right field. Hip will move over to second. It was a bit low to the first baseman, Bowen. He looked like he was trying to judge the hop. It didn't really hop up into his glove, and it went right down the right field line as Jackson Hip moves 90 feet ahead. 1-1 the count to Stevens with a man out in scoring position and Hip. Steamers have already added 3 in this inning. 1-1 pitch, top third base side foul off the front fence of the Steamers dugout. 1-2 now the count to Stevens. Bryce Stevens flew out his first time up. The 1-2 pitch. Stevens grounds it over to third. Off the glove of a diving Lucas. It drifts into foul territory. Hip will round third, and he'll come on home as the Steamers add another. Stevens goes from first to second. It's the 4th run of the inning for Edenton. It is now 6-0 Steamers. Lucas dove towards the third base line trying to corral that ball. The hop bounced up and got him up high. Drifted into foul territory as Hip went from third to the plate. Now a long conversation out at third base. Steamers coach Justin Hill's over there. Knights coach Chuck Slaughter out there as well. As now the whole infield will go and talk with Max Lucas. It's the 4th run the Steamers have brought across. Here in the 3rd, they've scored in all 3 innings tonight. As we will have a sub, it looks like over at third as Max Lucas legs at the game. After taking a hit to the head, it's Andrea Daltrey coming into the game. An early sub for the Knights, and to recap, Bryce Stevens ended up down at second on the play after singling to the left side. Would have been a real tough play for Lucas to make, and once it deflected off him, it went all the way to the fence in front of the Steamers dugout. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change as well through the stoppage for the Knights. We'll take a quick break. The Steamers out ahead 6-0 early here at Lakewood Park. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park. Here in the top of the third, it's a pitching change for the Knights as the Steamers have put 4 across here in the third. A 3-run home run from Nate Paulson and an RBI single from Bryce Stevens have extended the lead from 2 to 6 as the Steamers are back to the top of the order. It's Chase Bruno up to the plate. He'll ground the first pitch. He sees foul, 0-1. Bruno going against Jake Crumby, the second pitcher used tonight for Greenbrier. It's Crumby's first appearance of the season. The left-hander. Out onto the mound is Chase Bruno, who has a hit and an RBI ground out in his 2 at-bats. That one's lobbed across high for a ball, 1-1. It's Bryce Stevens down at second, who singled over to third. It bounced off a diving Max Lucas. It got him up high. It allowed Stevens to move from first to second, and Andrea Daltrey came into the game for Lucas as Bruno takes a pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Bruno, the 8th hitter of the inning for Edenton. He stands in against the lefty. That one's in the dirt. It bounces up into the fence, and Stevens will move from second to third. 3-1 the count now to Chase Bruno, with another runner just 90 feet away. Corbin McLeod had done a nice job behind the plate so far for the Knights. So 3-1 pitch is in the dirt again, ball 4. Chase Bruno reaches for the second time tonight. It's his first walk of the game. It's the second of the inning for Greenbrier pitching, and that'll bring up Tanner Thatch. Steamers have put runners on the corners in all 3 innings. Thatch, the 9th hitter of the inning for Edenton. The lefty Crumby's ready. His pitch is floated in there for a strike, 0-1. Bryce Stevens over at third, who singled. Chase Bruno at first, who walked. Pitch to Thatch is taken inside for a ball, 1-1. Thatch is 0 for 2 at the plate tonight. He's gone 2 scoreless on the mound for Edenton. 1-1 pitch is taken for a called strike at the knees, inside corner. 1-2 to Tanner Thatch. Went without a hit last night. It's been rare to see him go back-to-back nights without a hit. 1-2 pitch. Thatch grounds it fouled on the first base line and out of play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Certainly a drop in velocity from Overton to Crumby. Steamers having to wait on these pitches to adjust to a new speed. First appearance of the season for the left-hander Crumby. Four across in the inning for the Steamers, trying to add on here with Tanner Thatch at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Thatch fouls it off his body and into fair territory. It's a foul ball, 1-2 the count. These pitches from Crumby floating in, and the Steamers having to wait as Tanner Thatch almost checked his swing on that one. Crumby stares in with the count, 1-2. He's ready from the stretch. Pitch. Inside to Thatch, 2-2. Tanner Thatch, his first start of the season, the first time we've seen him start on the mound and start in the lineup. His 2-2 is down low, and he'll send it into right field for a base hit through the hole. Stevens comes from third to score. It's an RBI single for Tanner Thatch. It is now 7-0 Steamers. They've put up 5 here in the inning. A good at bat from Tanner Thatch for his first hit of the night. man that led off this inning, lining out to second, is back up to the plate. He'll face Crumby with Chase Bruno down at second, Tanner Thatch over at first. Pitch. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop by McLeod to keep it in front of him. 1-0 the count to Boyd. He's been beat up a bit behind the plate tonight, but he's done some damage with the bat. An RBI double in the first inning in his first at bat. A long staring from Crumby. He's ready. The 1-0. Taken outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Jeremiah Boyd. Steamers with 4 hits in the inning, 9 hits in the game. They had 12 a night ago against Greenbrier at home. That pitch is taken low below the knees to Boyd. 3-0 the count to Jeremiah Boyd. Steamers have had some big nights here at Lakewood Park, coming off a game against the Voyagers their last time here where they put up 15. They've got 7 here in the third inning. The 3-0 coming to Boyd. At the knees for a called strike. 3-1 the count to Boyd. Steamers looking to add on to their 4th straight win that they earned last night. Looking to continue the winning streak tonight. That pitch is fouled. First base side, not a play by Boyd. Count fills up 3-2. Boyd against Crumley. Bruno down at second. Tanner Thatch at first. They'll be off on the pitch. He comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Down low, ball 4. Jeremiah Boyd works a full count walk. It's the second time he's reached tonight. And the bases now load up for the Steamers here in the third. They've already put 5 runs up in the inning. They're looking to add on. Jared Beebe's got a couple of hits tonight. He takes the first pitch down and away. 1-0 the count. Beebe hitting cleanup for the Steamers. It's paid off. He's 2 for 2. Had the first hit of this inning back as the second batter. As Beebe half swings through that one. 1-1 the count. The 11th hitter up in the inning for Edenton. Crumley back from the windup. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-1. Chase Bruno down at third, who walked. Tanner Thatch, who singled. He's down at second. Jeremiah Boyd, who walked, is over at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Beebe tries to wait on it, fouls it back. 2-2 the count. Beebe looking to keep the line moving. An inning that's featured 4 hits and 3 walks for the Steamers. It's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled. First base side, not a play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Jared Beebe was 2 for 3 last night. Couple of hits tonight. He sure likes to play against Greenbrier. He's got a 2-2 count here. The pitch up high. He'll foul it straight back and out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Jared Beebe over at third for the second consecutive night. Here comes the 2-2 from Crumley. Swung on, grounded back towards the middle. Handled by Melnick. He'll flip to second to finally end the inning for the Knights. The Steamers put 5 on the board in the inning. with 4 hits and 3 walks. We'll head to the bottom half of the third here at Lakewood Park. It's Edenton 7, Greenbrier nothing. The Steamers are proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the team for the 2022 season. Venture Tours is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years. A mixture of hard work and family legacy helped create Venture Tours, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park. Here in the bottom half of the third, the Steamers out ahead 7-0 as Quincy Scipio will lead things off for the Knights, and he'll foul the first pitch from Tanner Thatch straight back into the fence, 0-1. Tanner Thatch on the mound for his third inning of work. He's retired all 6 batters he's faced. Not out of the ordinary for Thatch. His 0-1 is taken for a called strike, 0-1. Thatch, in the 5 innings he had pitched in relief for the Steamers before this game, he had only allowed 1 base runner. He's got Scipio down in the count, 0-2. From the windup, the pitch just missed outside, belt high to Scipio. Count moves to 1-2. Scipio out in center field tonight for the Knights. Looking to get the first base runner for Greenbrier. The 1-2. Swung on, floated out towards left field. Moving in is Cole. It'll drop in front of him for a base hit. It's the first hit of the night for Greenbrier's Quincy Scipio's aboard with a leadoff single. Only the second hit of the season against Tanner Thatch through just over 7 innings pitched. That'll bring Grant Melnick up to the plate. Thatch moves to the stretch for the first time. The left-hander's pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Melnick, the right-handed bat, over at shortstop tonight for Greenbrier. Thatch is ready. And he'll throw over to first, and back in safely is Scipio. Graham Melnick in 4 at-bats last night, had 1 hit. Didn't play the first time these teams matched up. That pitch is inside to Melnick. Count evens up at 1-1. Once again, Thatch is going to be capped at about 40 or 50 pitches tonight. He's had a quick first couple of innings. Comes the 1-1, and he'll throw over to first again to keep Scipio close. Steamers' third trip over here to Lakewood Park. They'll take on all 4 teams that play here 2 times apiece this season. They've already played the Norfolk Redbirds and the Suffolk Voyagers each here once, as that pitch is in there for a called strike to Melnick, 1-2. The Knights had come to historic Hicks Field a couple of times and gone 1-1 in those trips. It's the first time these teams have faced off here in Norfolk, Virginia. Thatch is ready. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 4 for Tanner Thatch, and it's the first out here in the third. That'll bring the number 9 hitter Dominic Proctor up to the plate. Proctor over at second for the Knights tonight. The right-handed bat. Thatch is ready. The first pitch to Proctor is swung through for a strike, 0-1. Quincy Scipio over at first for Greenbrier, led off the inning with a single. Thatch is ready, and he'll throw over on Scipio. They get a quick tag down. He's barely back in safely. A good move from the left-hander, Tanner Thatch. Steamers have picked off 4 base runners this season. Count is 0-1 to Proctor. Thatch is ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high out towards right center field. Hip moving back towards the wall. It's caught by Paulson out in deep center. He'll get it back in for the second out of the inning. That one carried all the way near the fence. It's 350 all the way around here at Lakewood Park. There's 2 down here in the third, and we're back to the top of the order for Greenbrier. First time through, only 1 hitter reached. That's Scipio over at first as Luke Waters is up to the plate. First pitch from Thatch. In for a called strike to the right-hander Waters. Waters struck out looking his first time up. Thatch quickly this time. That one's down low for a ball, 1-1. Thatch trying to mix up his speeds, keep Scipio guessing over at first on the timing. 1-1 pitch. Just high to Waters, 2-1. Luke Waters hitting over 300 this season. He's played in all 8 games for the Knights. 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, stopped by Boyd. 3-1 the count. Thatch is set. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Count fills up at 3-2. It's the 3rd appearance of the season for Thatch, and no runner has gotten past first base. 3-2 the count. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. And the Knights have a couple of runners aboard with 2 outs here in the 3rd. The first walk of the night issued from Tanner Thatch as Andrea Daltrey will come to the plate. Daltrey came into the game for Max Lucas, who was knocked out on a grounder over at third that got him up in the head. So it's Daltrey's first at bat of the night. He's got 2 on against Tanner Thatch. First pitch. Taken for a called strike, 0-1. A bit of an off-speed pitch there from Thatch. That one floats across just outside to Daltrey, 1-1 the count. Daltrey was 1 for 4 in the game at historic Hicks Field a night ago. Thatch's second pitch to him is right at the knees for a called strike, 1-2. It's Scipio down at second, who led the inning off with a single, and Luke Waters over at first, who walked. 1-2 the count to Daltrey. The pitch. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Tanner Thatch, and he strands 2 Knights on the base paths. We'll head to inning number 4 here at Lakewood Park. It's the Steamers 7, the Knights nothing. The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Friday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing specially themed patriotic jerseys for the game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park, where the Steamers are out ahead by 7 over the Greenbrier Knights. Tate Abbott leading things off for Edenton here to begin the 4th. That one floats in there for a called strike from Jake Crumley for an 0-1 count. Crumley came into the game in the 3rd as that one floats across for a ball, 1-1. Tate Abbott reached in his last plate appearance. He walked. Eventually came around to score on the 3-run home run from Nate Paulson. 1-1 pitch. Abbott sends that one high out towards center field. Moving back is Scipio to the wall. It is up against the wall. Abbott gets into second with a stand-up double. A couple of feet away from a home run as Tate Abbott leads things off with an extra base hit to begin the 4th. That's hit number 10 for Edenton. That'll bring Nate Paulson up to the plate against Crumley. The first pitch is taken for a called strike, 0-1. Paulson launched a 3-run bomb out to left field in his last at bat. It was his first home run of the season. The 0-1 pitch floats outside and away to Paulson, 1-1. Paulson with that home run's now knocked in 6 runs for the Steamers this season. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 1-1 pitch is taken on the outside corner at the knees. 1-2 the count to Nate Paulson. Crumley's ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt for a ball, 2-2. A long stare in from Crumley with Abbott down at second, who led off the inning with a double. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away by Paulson. We'll do it again at 2-2. Nate Paulson reached 4 times a night ago, had an RBI single, had a couple of walks and a hit by pitch. Reached a couple of times the first time these teams met, so he really likes going against the Knights. That one is just outside, 3-2 to Nate Paulson. Full count to Paulson here to begin the 4th. The pitch. Chopped over to second. Proctor's got it. He'll throw over to first in time as Abbott moves over to third. There's one out here in the 4th. That'll bring Hunter Cole up to the plate. Cole 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Cole will take that one low for a ball, 1-0. Hunter Cole singled, stole a base, eventually came around to score back in the 2nd as that one's up high. Off the helmet of Hunter Cole. He's quickly on his way over to first as it knocked the helmet off his head. He picks it up and takes his base. It's the 2nd time a Steamer's been hit in the head by a pitch in the last 3 games. Now it's runners at the corners for Edenton as Jackson Hipp is up to the plate. First pitch in the dirt. It hops up and over the fence and out of play. Abbott will come home from third to score. It is now 8-0 Edenton. Don't see that very often. It bounced off the dirt, off of McLeod, and high up over the fence. It's now 8-0 Edenton. Moving from first to second is Hunter Cole. Steamers have now scored in all 4 innings tonight. Over. That pitch is fouled straight back and out of play by Hipp. Counts even 1-1. Steamers scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third. And now 1 here in the 4th. It is 8-0 Edenton. 1-1 pitch is down low. Swung on and missed by Hipp. 1-2. It's a Steamers offense that scored double digits 3 of the last 4 games. Certainly heating up as this season moves along. Right across the first quarter of the summer. 1-2 pitch is chopped by Hipp right in front of the mound. It's off the glove of Crumley. Hipp's into first safely. Cole's over to third, and the Steamers with runners at the corners now with just 1 out in the inning. That'll bring Bryce Stevens up to the plate. Stevens knocked in a run with a single over to third his last time up. He'll take that one in the dirt. It's stopped by McLeod. He keeps it at his feet. Now moves to 1-0. Steamers have won 4 in a row coming into tonight. Sit at 6-4 in Premier Collegiate play. 10-4 overall. The pitch to Stevens. Down low below the knees. 2-0 the count. A win tonight would put the Steamers in sole possession of 2nd place in the PCL standings. That one's way outside. Stevens handled by McLeod. Count moves to 3-0. Hunter Cole over at third, Jackson Hipp at first. Steamers have already scored one here in the inning. The 3-0 pitch from Crumley. Down low, ball 4. Stevens is aboard to load up the bases. It's the third walk issued by Crumley. It's the second time Bryce Stevens has reached. And Chase Bruno will come up to the plate with the bases loaded. Bruno's reached a couple of times tonight. He's knocked in a run. He'll take the first pitch down low at his feet, 1-0 the count. Chase Bruno singled his first at bat, knocked in a run with a ground out his second time up, and walked in his last appearance. Crumley from the windup, the 1-0. Floats in there for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1 coming from Crumley. Up high to Chase Bruno, 2-1. Leslie Overton started this game for the Knights, went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 7 runs. Jay Crumley into the game, sends it. It's a hit out to left field. It'll drop for a base hit for Bruno. Cole's coming in. Jackson Hipp is right behind him. He'll score. It's a 2-run single for Chase Bruno. And for the 4th time in 5 games, the Steamers have put double digits on the board. It is 10-0. The second and third runs knocked in for Chase Bruno tonight. Third hit of the inning for the Steamers, who are up to 12 in the game, as that'll bring Tanner Thatch to the plate. The first pitch he sees is inside at the feet, 1-0. Thatch knocked in a run with a single out to right field his last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. That one inside to Thatch. Forced to back out of the box on that one. 2-0 the count to Thatch. Starting pitcher tonight for Edenton. He's gone 3 scoreless innings on the mound. Two-0 pitch. Down low in the dirt outside to Thatch. He'll take. It's 3-0 the count. It's Bryce Stevens down at second, who walked Chase Bruno over at first, who just knocked in a pair with a single. As Crumley will go out to the mound. Or McLeod will go out to the mound to talk with Crumley. The Steamers have been dominating teams on this 4-game winning streak. Trying to make it 5 tonight. We're back to play. Crumley from the stretch. The pitch down low. Ball 4. The second time Thatch has reached tonight. It's the 4th walk issued by Crumley, and the bases are now reloaded for the Steamers. As Jeremiah Boyd will come up to the plate. We'll have a meeting at the mound. Head coach Chuck Slaughter will go out to talk with his pitcher. Steamers have put 3 across in the inning. They've scored in all 4 innings tonight. After putting up 13 last night against Greenbrier, Steamers have put 10 on the board again tonight, and that'll do it for Jake Crumley. The second pitching change of the night for Greenbrier. We'll take a quick break. The Steamers have the bases loaded here in the 4th, out ahead by 10. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park here in the top of the fourth inning. The Steamers have the bases loaded against the Greenbrier Knights. They're already out ahead by 10 as Jeremiah Boyd comes up to the plate. He'll face the third pitcher of the night for Greenbrier. It's Grant Melnick into the game. Onto the mound, coming in from shortstop. It's his second time on the mound this season. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 runs. His first pitch to Boyd is outside for a ball, 1-0. It's Bryce Stevens over at third who walked, Chase Bruno at second who singled in a couple of runs, and Tanner Thatch at first who also walked. Pitch to Boyd down low for a ball, 2-0. Boyd's reached twice tonight, had an RBI double back in the first. He walked his last time up. Pitch. Called a strike at the knees on Boyd, 2-1 the count. Steamers have 12 hits already tonight. They had 12 last night against Greenbrier as Boyd will foul that one down the first base side and out of play, 2-2. Second consecutive night with 12 hits. The Steamers season high in hits is 14. They set here at Lakewood Park against the Suffolk Voyagers in a game they put up 15 runs. Still a lot of time left for Edenton, out ahead by 10. It's the fourth inning. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Melnick will step off. Melnick moved in from short. Dominic Proctor moved from second to short. The 2-2 pitch to Boyd is fouled. First base side out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. And it was Sean Hahn moving into the game over at second as Crumley left from the mound. Wesley Overton went the first 2 2/3 tonight for Greenbrier. Jake Crumley went 2/3 after him. The 2-2 pitch to Boyd. He'll foul it off on the third straight pitch. We'll do it again at 2-2. Good at bat here for Jeremiah Boyd. Steamers offense is humming. They've scored double-digit runs in 4 of the last 5 games. They've outscored their opponents 57-12 over the last 5 games. 2-2 pitch outside to Boyd. 3-2 the count. Melnick only walked 1 in his 3-inning appearance. Danger of walking Boyd. The 3-2 pitch. Boyd will line that one out to center. It goes in front and it goes past Scipio. It'll go all the way to the wall. Stevens is in to score. Bruno right behind him. Thatch moves over to third and Jeremiah Boyd into second. It is a rout here at Lakewood Park. It is 12-0 Steamers. It's a 2-run double for Jeremiah Boyd. He's knocked in 3 runs tonight, and that'll bring Jared Beebe to the plate. The first pitch he sees is down low for a ball, 1-0. Beebe's got a couple of hits tonight, a single and a double. He's 2 for 3. Now in a cross belt high for a called strike, 1-1 to Jared Beebe. Beebe pops that one up. Shallow right field. Hahn moves back from second. Now he'll move in and make the catch for out number 2. And the man who led off this inning with a double is back up to the plate. Tate Abbott steps into the box. Steamers with 4 hits in the inning. They brought 5 more across here in the fourth after a 5-run third. Abbott takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. It's Tanner Thatch over at third who walked, and Jeremiah Boyd down at second who doubled in 2 runs. Pitch to Abbott, he'll line that one into right field for a base hit. Thatch comes home to score. They'll hold Boyd at third. It's an RBI single for Tate Abbott. It's the 6th run of the inning for Edenton. It is now 13-0. Nate Paulson up to the plate now for Edenton with runners on the corners. First pitch to Paulson is fouled, first base side, over the fence and out of play. 0-1 the count to Paulson. Paulson had a 3-run home run back in his second at bat. Part of a 5-run third inning for Edenton. Paulson takes that one low for a ball, 1-1. It's hard to expect your offense to put up double digits every night, but this is more replicating the offense we expected to see this season, as that one's inside corner to Paulson, called a strike a little bit late, 1-2 the count. Paulson's 1 for 3 with that home run, the 11th batter of the inning for Edenton. Pitch, it's swung on and missed by Paulson, strike 3. The first strikeout for Melnick as the Steamers bring 6 more across the plate here in the 4th. We'll head to the bottom half. It is 13-0 Edenton. Hello and welcome back to Lakewood Park here to the bottom half of the 4th. The Edenton Steamers out ahead by 13. Tyrus Bumgarner onto the mound now for the Steamers. His first pitch across for a called strike against Blake Herman. 0-1 the count. Bumgarner from the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off left side, now to play, 0-2. Tanner Thatch's night on the mound is done. He went 3 innings, allowed just 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 5, and held the night scoreless. He's yet to allow a run in 8 innings over 3 appearances this season. Bumgarner ahead in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded over to third. Beebe moving in. He'll throw all the way to first. Scooped out by Abbott. Oh, they call him safe. The umpire didn't signal that Abbott was off the bag. They say that Herman must have just beat it out. It's an infield hit for Blake Herman. Just the second hit of the night for Greenbrier. And Herman is aboard to lead off the fourth. First pitch is swung on and missed by Sean Hahn. 0-1 the count. The right-hander Hahn, it's his first at bat of the night. After some shuffling around in the infield when Melnick came from short to pitch, they lost their designated hitter. The 0-1 from Bumgarner grounded third base side and foul, 0-2. So Sean Hahn in the spot of Warren Bailey. Hahn went 0 for 2 last night, still without a hit this season, 0 for 9 overall. Bumgarner's pitch swung on and missed. Had Hahn way out in front of that one. It's the first strikeout for Bumgarner. And it's the first out here in the fourth. That'll bring Corbin McLeod up to the plate, with Blake Herman over at first for the Knights. Bumgarner's pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. McLeod 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out in his only at bat. That pitch outside in the dirt from Bumgarner. 2-0 now the count to Corbin McLeod. Tyrus Bumgarner, this is the 5th time he's pitched this season. He's pitched 7 innings. Struck out 7, allowed 5 runs. That one is sent high down the third base side. It'll drift foul and out of play. 2-1 now the count to McLeod. It's Hunter Cole in left field, and Jared Beebe from third ran all the way beyond the fence and chasing after that ball as it was out of play. 2-1 now the count to the catcher Corbin McLeod. Bumgarner from the stretch, the pitch. Just missed outside, 3-1. The Knights were able to get 2 runners on against Thatch back in the third, unable to score them. Trying to move the line here against Bumgarner. 3-1 pitch is swung on, hit high down the left field line, tailing foul, and it goes foul. A long second strike for Corbin McLeod as that one is back near the fence. The count fills up with 1 out here in the fourth to Corbin McLeod. It's only his 5th game of the season through 8 played for Greenbrier. As the pitch, that one's sent out to right field. Catch will be made by Hip. Throw back to first as Herman was stealing. It's out number 2. Herman able to get back into first. There's 2 outs here in the fourth. That'll bring Dylan Bowen up to the plate, grounded out his only time up. Tyrus Bumgarner trying to wrap up his first inning in relief of Tanner Thatch. He's got 2 outs here in the fourth. Bowen's pitch. 0-1 the count now to Bowen from Bumgarner. Steamers 4-1 on the road this season, 2-0 so far here at Lakewood Park. Second pitch is fouled. First base side out of play. 0-2. Their last 2 trips to Lakewood Park, they put up 13 from tonight and 15 against the Suffolk Voyagers in their last trip here. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Bowen barely got a piece of it. He'll stay alive at 0-2. Dylan Bowen didn't hit against the Steamers last night. He came in and pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. This is the 7th game he's appeared in as a hitter. Hitting .240 coming into tonight. Here's the pitch. Runners off and going. That one slammed out to left center field. That one will be caught. A diving catch to the left for Hunter Cole.